In this video, we will show you how to replace your front flex hose. Let's get started. Okay friends, let's get started on our job. The first thing you're going to want to do is safely raise and support the front of the vehicle so the wheels are off the ground. Once you've done that, continue on by removing your center cover. We'll just use a small pry bar for that. With that out of the way, continue on to removing each of your 5 21mm lug nuts and then the wheel. Now that the wheel's out of the way, you have a nice clear view of your front flex hose. Before you start removing the hose itself, it's important to make sure that your bleeder screw on the caliper opens up. Remove the protective boot and then use a 10mm to loosen that bleeder screw. Now it's important to make sure you have a collection bucket underneath the area. The next thing you want to do is carefully press down on the brake pedal with something that makes it so you can hold it in place down to the floor. Once you have it down on the floor, you'll notice that no more fluid comes out of this. We can continue on with a 14mm to remove our banjo bolt. Make sure that both of your gaskets come off with it. Clean and inspect your banjo bolt, make sure it's still reusable. Set it aside. Now let's make our way to the other side of the flex hose. For this, use a 13mm wrench. Break this free. It's common for the fitting to be stuck on the line itself. By turning this too much, you can potentially damage the line if it's frozen. What you could do is once it's broken free, continue on to removing this mounting bolt. For that, we'll use a 13mm. Go ahead and grab that flex hose, turn it counterclockwise to remove it from the line. There it is, friends. Okay, friends, let's get ready to install our brand new front flex hose. We'll take that flex hose and put it in position on the line. Turn that clockwise until it's nice and snug. Line up the mounting hole with the frame and install your mounting bolt. Now we'll use our 13mm wrench to make sure this is nice and tight. Now we can continue on with our banjo bolt and our 2 brand new crush washers. Take one of those and put it in place over the banjo bolt. Now we can take our flex hose, we'll slide this through. Take the other crush gasket and put it right on the other side. Take this and put it in position up against the caliper and start it in by hand. Continue on to bottoming out the banjo bolt and then torquing it to 35 foot-pounds. At this point, make your way into the passenger compartment. Go ahead and remove that brake pedal depressor, make your way back out here to the bleeder screw. We're waiting to see a little bit of fluid start coming out of this. Alright, at this point, we've got a little bit of fluid trickling out of our bleeder screw. I'll close this off and we'll prepare for our manual bleed. One person will have to be out here, and the other person will be inside of the vehicle. The person inside the vehicle is going to pump up the brakes 3 times, holding it on the last time. When they do, they'll let me know. I'll open this up. We'll watch for fluid coming out of this. What we're paying attention to is air. If you see air, you need to continue. If you don't, you should be good to go. Let's go ahead and pump up those brakes. Once you're sure there's no air in the system, continue on by cleaning your mess. After you've removed all the brake fluid, make sure that you reinstall your bleeder cover. Once the wheel's up on there, start on all 5 of your 21mm lug nuts. We'll snug them up and get the wheel safely back on the ground. With the wheel back on the ground, torque these in a crisscross manner to 100 foot-pounds. Install your center cover. Once you have the wheel on and torqued, continue on underneath your hood. Find your master cylinder right here. You'll notice along the driver's side of it, you can see a maximum line. You need to make sure that your .3 brake fluid is up to par. If it's not, remove the cap and continue adding until it's up to that maximum line. Reinstall your brake fluid cover. At this point, go ahead and take your car for a road test. Thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.